You fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you?
Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up!
Welcome to Raw Uncensored Show. I got a special guest, Poncho G, the first comedian signed to Soulja Boy. Also a jeweler. Let the people know, who is Poncho G, man.
I'm just a kid from the south side of Chicago, man. 75th King Drive. You know, I'm a comedian, actor, jeweler. You know, and that's what I do, man.
So how did you get into the jewelry business? Did you always like the jewels like that? How did you get into that?
So me coming from the south side of Chicago, you know, a lot of people, you know, were selling, you know, drugs and weed and all that. I was selling watches. I was selling watches. And
What was your first watch you sold?
I don't remember my first watch I sold, but I definitely was selling watches for like $60, $80 to $100.
So like what's that shit called? What's some shit called? Like G-Shocks. What's the other shit called?
Yeah.
What's the gold one? Niggas get those back in the day. It's like a knockoff Rolly. What's this shit called? Oh man. They got their own store. Start with a B. Bovolios. What's this shit called?
Yeah, the Vola or something.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good, man. A lot of people ain't gonna go that route, especially in that situation.
No,
Chicago was a whole nother story, man. Nothing sweet about Chicago, man. But what made you get into that comedy, man? You was always doing the dozens on the, you know what I mean, where you selling watches. What got you in that comedy?
I mean, you know, like I said, like growing up in Chicago, they, you know, that's what they do too. They, you know, they talk a lot of mess. So you better have tough skin because somebody gonna get on you. And then like the comedy started probably like in 2017. Mm-hmm. And it was like a little bit after my mother had passed away in 2015. So I kind of went to open mics to try to just, you know, for like therapy, you know, for my mother. And then I just started doing open mics, and it just started getting bigger and bigger after that. I started getting better, then started winning competition. My first competition I ever went to, I had won. And then when I had won, I was like, yeah, this was me.
So it was how many people was in the competition?
So it was like 6.
6?
Yeah.
Well, so was it like a bringer, or you didn't have to bring nobody, or it was just show up, sling some jokes?
Yeah, it was just show up, sling some jokes, and you know, it was a place in Vegas called the Tickle Me Comedy Club at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I had went up there. I was doing comedy like open mics for a little minute. I had just started, but then when I had won my first competition, I was just like, all right, it got real because I was with real comedians that was like doing this for 20 years. Then after I had won the competition, I had got my first headline show. And that was the first time I had headline.
Man, you got a headline after your first show.
Yeah, because if you won, you was able to get a headline show like the following week or something.
God damn, well, I gotta move to Vegas, man. I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up out here in Delaware, man. I gotta move out of here. Yeah. God damn. So you got a headline, like how many minutes you do with the headline show? You did the whole hour?
Nah, I did like 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know, I was still fairly new, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did like 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. But it was people that was like veterans that was ahead of me.
What was the material about? If you do you remember what was the material about?
About Vegas, you know how that's a prostitute type city. So I was just talking about the hoes, pimping and stuff. I invented my own type of comedy. It's called trap comedy. You know what I'm saying? So that's my own like style. It's like ain't nobody gonna talk like me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I
it doesn't got no it's not influenced by your upbringing of Chicago. Is got any influences from being from Chicago in your comedy, or no? You keep it separate.
It's that being a real. You know how you could just tell like a real New Yorker all back. It's just like me. Like when I talk, it's like they gonna know like, oh, Famo from Chicago. He from that mob. You know what I'm saying? He know. That's how we talk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's definitely Chicago influence.
So do you know what I mean? I ask everybody this. Do you use any past trauma or any past, you know what I mean, things happen in your real life into your comedy? Do you do that, or you keep that separate? Like, I have a story where I talk about my mom dying from cancer, you know what I mean? But I made a joke out of it for healing purposes to get over it. Do you use anything of your real life and try to I feel like comedy heals people.
Like I said, that's what made me kind of get into it because I had lost my mother. But I don't use real like personal problems in my comedy, but I do use scenarios that I've been through, stuff that people can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They be like, man, I've been through that before. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do.
So, man, in Vegas, man, what are some pros and cons of doing comedy in Vegas?
The pros, you might open up for somebody big. You know what I'm saying? You might open up for somebody big, but the cons is like it's the politics. But that's just not in Vegas. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you ain't in the clique. If you ain't in the group, you ain't eating breakfast with them and none of that, they not gonna put you on the show. That's one thing I dislike about comedy. It's too cliquish for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I say it's like a gang. Right. And mine and this, you know what I mean? How many years you been doing comedy, man? You said since 2017.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of years on me, right? So I only been doing this 7 months. So that's why when you post it, you know what I mean, you want to come on. I've just been talking with everybody about their comedy journey. And 7 months in, I realized this is like, if you don't got the cosign, you're a lone wolf, you ain't gonna get in.
Yeah. If you ain't the homie, they ain't fucking with you. And you gotta really be the homie, like not know them. You got to go to Thanksgiving with them and Christmas with them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be, their kids gotta be at their kids' birthday parties. So if you ain't on that type of vibe, because if you go to every city, it got like, I say like 6 comedians, they all do the same shows. Everybody do the same show. They just be rotating who gonna headline that night. But other than that, it be the same 6 comedians on every show, like rotation.
And that's real, man. So what helps you with that? Was it building the relationships with them people, or they saying they saw your talent and said, "Damn, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to let this nigga in, man." Or what helps you get in them rooms?
Cause I met Mary Lindsay. She like one of the godmothers of comedy. She discovered a lot of people. And then I had met Michael Williams as well. And he like the same thing. They both like the same. They both got a big impact in the comedy field, and they both discovered a lot of people. Like they saw the talent, and they was like, "Oh, this a stop. and put their connects in and put them with me. So with them, you know, I had just went around everybody, like, and they just, you know, you ain't got to go through the front door. It's back doors, side entrances, emergency exits, everything. You know, windows. You don't have to go through, you know, somebody that feel like they run the scene in there. You know what I'm saying? Because every city is always a big local, and I call them big littles, because they feel like they run the whole comedy scene in that city.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fam, we don't need you. We might be bigger than you.
Yeah, and it's definitely like, I feel like comedy and the streets are the same. Like you said, the local guy's like the middleman. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And the middleman got a big homie. You know what I mean? So it's the same. It's the same thing. But like you said, it's the same people in everything, every free showcase, paid showcase, and that's why I'm big on not forcing myself on people. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. I'm big on uh, social media, building a social media up. That's why I got a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big on putting clips on Instagram. I feel like if you're funny, you eventually gonna get seen off the social media. Just like the person who signed you as the first comedian, he's the one that helped YouTube become YouTube. How did that relationship build up?
Well, I did his jury. I did like eight pieces that I made personally for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of his jury that you didn't seen, I had made that. Like, I made the soldier boy piece that say soldier boy with the gun. That was my idea. And then I made a little cartoon character that has his face on there with the gun. That was my piece. Those are two of my signature pieces that he wears frequently. And then I made a few more little smaller little pieces. Like, I got this one called the Soldier Heart. It's a heart that he wear. You know what I'm saying? And I made that, but I made more too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that was my boy. Then he know I did comedy as well and shit. And then, you know, he was fucking with me. He was one of the people like, when I first met him, I told him I did comedy. He was like, "Oh, tell me a joke." And I told him a little joke. And I started roasting his homie. And then he's like, "Oh, this nigga funny." You know what I'm saying? And he started, you know, he like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, all right. And then we just kind of connect. And then he was just like, "Man, I'm gonna sign you one day." And then I was like, all right, I ain't really paying no mind. But then I had went over his crib in LA, and he signed me that day.
So I like to break that down without breaking it down fully. Does that mean he's going to help you get some shows, or what? So what that really details?
I mean,
Without going too deep.
I didn't open up for him a few times. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You know, just opening up, and then it just opening up. You know, he got to be the first to do everything. So it's like, you know, I'm the first. I'm the first. You know, not just him. We the first. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we just like, you know, we just wanted to do something revolutionary, like some new stuff. Like, so like now you're gonna start seeing more comedians talking about, I'm signed to OVO, I'm signed to Rap a Lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we the ones who paid the weight, and it's all on record. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like no cap. It's like this is on record. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what I mean, and that's not like, I remember, you know me, I'm a younger guy. I'm in my 30s. You probably in your 30s too.
Yeah, I'm 38.
So you remember Master P and Eddie Griffin did that movie together. So hip hop and comedy always kind of been together. You know what I mean?
Shit,
No,
CV4.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
CV4. You know, it's always Crush Groove. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always hip hop and comedy. It just go hand in hand. Cause it's just words. It just
That's
lyrics.
it.
You know what I'm saying? It's even poetry can come with it too. Like, it's just all of his words. So
Mm-hmm.
he just using the same words, like, you know, my father, remember I was telling you about the trap comedy, like I've been writing songs and stuff, like trap type songs, but
Mm-hmm.
Weird Al Yankovic meets trap type vibe. So I like the first to do that.
Yeah, that's different,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Weird Al was like an inspiration, growing up too. Like I used to love Weird Al. And then I'm like, you know what? Everything I do as far as this comedy, like I go do it my way. Like I quit chasing mics. Like I used to chase mics every day. I used to do probably like before pandemic, we was doing like 5 shows a night.
God
You know what I'm
damn.
saying? Yeah. You start off like 6 o'clock show, 7 o'clock show, 9 o'clock show, 11 o'clock show. Then they be having like it was Vegas, so they might have like a 1 a.m. show. You know what I'm saying? So you go ahead and go to that one real quick, all in one night. It'd be like on the Tuesday. Tuesday nights was like the night. And we just be hitting mics, going to air every mic. Some of them don't even be mics, some of them be shows too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll go do a guest spot real quick. You know what I'm saying? Go open up. My first person I had opened up for was AJ Johnson.
All right.
Over,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's gone, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to
yeah.
AJ
RP. Yeah,
Johnson.
the
You know what I'm saying?
Excel.
Yeah, that was the first person I ever opened up for.
How was he as, you know what I mean? How was he as a man?
Although, like, he was kind of standoffish a little bit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But he was like he was cool, but he was on some like stand up. But niggas do that shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I didn't seen it. Like I didn't kicked it with dude Diggy. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Jamal, folks. You know what I'm saying? The dude that played Biggie.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He
Oh, he's a
was,
Tubi star.
yeah. And we had did a movie together. You know what I'm saying? And when I met him, he was kind of standoffish. But after, the vibe started later on, he feeling the person, he started opening up. And then he was like, oh, now he cool. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Because, niggas don't really like niggas like that. So it'd be,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It take a lot for a person. Like if you a male trying to build with another male for you down there got to be special because it ain't no way. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a black man thing, man. We can't. We always look to see who's gonna try to take advantage of the situation. We the only people to do that. The white man can make money together. Niggas always looking to see, oh, this nigga's gonna try to take
I
advantage
think
of me, or
it
we
be
all,
egos too.
yeah, the egos and niggas can't break nothing down. You can get a cookie, a big giant cookie. A nigga gonna want 80%. He gonna get the rest of the niggas the crumbs.
When it come down to money, don't nobody want to say nothing about no money. They be like, "What money?
Yeah, man,
What
and that's the
money?"
problem. That's the problem.
And when it come to money, when you say money, they be like, "Money? You get a free drink or something?" You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing too. Like, it's best to probably produce your own shows and stuff, and make your own money. Try to make your money back, whatever you invest in, because don't nobody really want to pay what you worth.
Mm,
If they do pay you, motherfucker gonna hit your ass with $40 or something. You
mm.
might get a hundo, but it depends, folks. But in real life, all have these comedians, they get paid like $60, $40. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't getting no money. You know what I'm saying? Like comedian, that's just some part time shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying?
There's only a couple of those.
Yeah, that's just another level. You know what I'm saying? But like just being a comedian, like niggas ain't really getting that money like that. Like they get a couple of $100. You might come up like 500, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no thousands, it ain't no racks. Like I go get a local nigga and get him 120, and for he gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't even gotta be my homie like that. But Femo gonna go for the 120, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
So you do some producing of your own shows?
I have, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it be, you know, just trying to promote, you know, that'd be the hard part, and you doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you really, it's a formula to everything. So it's just a formula.
So have you been on the road? Has any relationship got you on the road?
I used to go on the road with Spanky Hayes. Me and Spanky Hayes. That's who I you know, feature with for the most part. I with Spanky Hayes. So it's Spanky headlining. I come through, I feature, you know what I'm saying, with him. Because every comedian bring they comedian. You know
So is he almost like your mentor or something, or?
Yes, he's one of my mentors as far as the game, because he one of the people that kind of took me under his wing. And then Damon Williams from Chicago, you know, the legendary Damon Williams, you know, he took me under his wing as well. You know, that I'm talking about from the beginning, like niggas was just starting off, they was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it wasn't no food relationship. It wasn't no, this is food. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of relationships be food. You know what I'm saying? They want your connects. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people try to kick it with you, because they want your connects. It be niggas that be wanting to be just like you. You know what I'm saying? That's why they kick it with you. Then they start acting just like you. So it's like, nah, these niggas be wanting to be weird. They be trying to be just like you. But that's why they be trying to be close to you.
Have you ever had a situation where somebody tried to steal your shit?
Yeah. Cause I travel and shit a lot. So I came to Dallas and I had performed. I performed in Dallas some years ago. And but I was out of town, and but I knew somebody that knew me went to a comedy show in Dallas. It was like, and they knew, you know, they knew my jokes. They was like, dude just took your jokes verbatim. On my life, verbatim. Damn. You know what I'm saying? And then, cause I try to do my own style. You know what I'm saying? Like certain words, it's like you don't even talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you trying to take my swag. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I had, man, and that's the thing. I done had real life comedy beefs with niggas.
Damn.
Like, it's a war outside, bro. Like a war. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even like comedians no more, bro, because they'll put you into that zone that it's a war outside, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. If I ain't the only comedian in the room, for I don't want to be that. For I be doing my own thing. I don't go to no more mics. I don't go to no nigga show unless it's an invite. And I do my own thing. Like I do the club. Like I go to the club and perform. Niggas just stop the music. Poncho G in the building, SOD money game. Motherfucker come in that bitch, tell like 4, 5 jokes and turn the music back. Man, I got my swag. You know what I'm saying? Right back on.
And I seen on firsthand off the YouTube, just looking up your name. It seemed like some I see you post up with Cam and Jada, TK Kirkland. How did you run up on them?
Well, I'm Dipset. Like I'm SOD and I'm Dipset.
Okay.
But I'm a known SOD, but I'm Dipset. Like me and Cam, I got a relationship with Cam. That's one of my close friends. It's my idol too. So it was like I had end up getting close with my idol. That's like a dude, Jay-Z, his favorite rapper, and then you just best friends with Jay-Z, bro. And that's just how that shit happened. That's when I knew dreams come true. because Ken was always my idol, my hero. And then you know, I had met him probably like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And we just in Chicago. And I'm talking about we just been like that ever since. Like he just been my nigga. Like, you know, it came full circle. You know what I'm saying? Cause he's my real life. This my hero. I love this nigga. Like, he's the greatest rapper to me ever. You know what I'm saying? And I look up to this nigga for real. Like, I try to dress and everything and just be influenced by Killer, because Killer the GOAT. And it was just like, that was just my homie, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ended up being my real life friend, like in real life. And it's been years, bro. That's just been my homie for over 10 years, like under the personal way. And then TK, you know, that's my nigga too. He like a mentor. I did his jury. I did a couple of little pieces for him too. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we just, you know, it just networking, bro. You know what I'm saying? And being real and being honest and telling people, you know, how you feel in real life, not holding nothing back. Let a person know, like, hey man, what's up? Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, like, what's up? Well, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all small talk. Just check it out real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then they gravitate that because it be real. Because they so used to so many fool people that just, you know what I'm saying? They're just like me and Soldier. You know, everybody like, check out my album, check out my music. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do all that. So that made him rock with me even harder, because I never came to him and say, check out my music. You know what I'm saying? And that just, you know, when you're around people, just because they do something, you shouldn't talk about it. You should talk about something else, because that's all they hear is what you're going to say anyway. All the same shit that you was going to say, they already heard that shit from a million other niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to say something that they ain't never heard before.
And it's like treat them like human beings, you know what I mean? Just, I think niggas just, when they see him, they start screaming and shit like they chicks, and you know what I mean. That throws them off, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you gotta be real with yourself and just be honest and just tell them, like I let niggas know, like, shit, I'm that nigga too. Shit, you ain't by yourself, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you thought you was by yourself.
You gotta hold yourself a high regard. You can't put no man on a pedestal like that.
like, come on, G. You ain't by yourself. I got fans, everything, boy. I had celebrity girlfriends, everything. You know what I'm saying?
So just being 7 years in, man, what do you still have comedy goals, or you just saying this is part time?
To me, it's leisure.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, cause it's too food, G. This shit food. Like I'm not doing no middleman. Like you said, like you can be popping online. You don't need to go to no comedy clubs, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do none of that. You funny, G, you funny. But I'm a stand-up comedian. I ain't really like no skit type dude, but I try to do it just to be relevant. But I want it to make sense too. You know what I'm saying? So that being, I started doing food reviews. You know what I'm saying? So I do food reviews now. That's all I do now. You know what I'm saying? So I go to your restaurant, 10 out of 10, let's try again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you this shit weak. Y'all need to do better.
So what? So you been getting traction off the food reviews?
Yeah, it's been, you know, I just started this year, and you getting views on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It's basically more on TikTok, but Instagram getting views too. You know, because I just don't do it by myself. I work with the other heavy hitter food critics as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got a big surprise coming up soon with a food critic. You know what I'm saying? And he one of them ones, folks. You know what I'm saying? He the fake Keith Lee. And he busting. And we about to do a review. You know what I'm saying? Then I got my other homie, DFW Foodie. His name Sean. And he big out here. And I'm out here in Dallas right now. And he big out here in Dallas. And he do all the food reviews. And I'll be working with him. I do basically like the Chicago reviews. So like so when he put me in the scene and we go to the Chicago restaurant, I'm gonna down there and be there. You know what I'm saying? Because I really like represent Chicago. I down there feel like I'm the poster child of Chicago. I feel like I'm where the Chicago win supposed to be. So like anything down there that's with Chicago, you down there gotta go through me. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because when you one of them ones, for everybody already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I was already like growing up, I was already a neighborhood legend. You know, you get famous in your neighborhood before you get famous anywhere. So I was already a neighborhood legend growing up, 75th King Drive and 79th King Drive, you know, around those areas. And so by having that SOD money game behind me, having that Dipset behind me, whatever, then you know they know back home. You know what I'm saying? They know like, oh, Femo Chicago ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? They show me love back home in Chicago. That's one thing I can't lie about. Even the other comedians, like the ones you see on TV, like Uncle Hank and them, and, you know, Burn Poe and all them. Like I know all them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they all show love.
That's good, man. That's good. It's hard to reciprocate the love from your hometown. Sometimes they don't want to give it to you.
You know the reason why they give it to me it's because I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? I'm missed. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see me every day. And then when you do see me, I'm probably with a soldier. I'm probably with a camera on the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, niggas see that, like, okay, Famo out here, he with the niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you get the love because when they do see you, because they don't see you every day. But if I lived there or something, it'd probably be different. You know what I'm saying? Because they be like, oh, I see him every day. I'm accessible. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing, you don't want to never be accessible.
So do you have any shows coming up or?
No, right now I don't have no shows coming up, but you know, you could book me though. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I gave up the begging, can I get on the show and all that? And like you said, like, you know, if somebody wants you, they gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get on no beg on no show. Can I get a guest spot and all that? And can I open up? Whoa, none of that. If they wanted you, they would get you. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you do gotta kind of show your face and go to some other shows or something, so you could be through their mind. You know what I'm saying? So like you go to a show and they see you, they be like, all right, I seen Femo. We need to put Femo on the show. Then they'll put you on the show because they saying you come to the last show. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like if somebody wants you, they gonna book you.
So before we get out of here, man, what advice do you have for anybody that wants to get into the comedy? Wants to get in comedy, man?
Man, know who your friends is. You don't really got no friends though. You gotta treat this like a job. These co-workers, man. Go ahead and go to work, man, and get out the way, man. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? And don't steal nobody jokes, because they know. Them jokes stolen. You know what I'm saying? And niggas know stock jokes. So, you know, because I see a lot of female comics, they be doing like real stock jokes. They be doing like popsicle stick jokes, and it's like, oh, y'all bogus, man. And then, but they female, so all the females, oh, going crazy, they going crazy, but they don't even know. For you can go online and go, and go get this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, this don't steal nobody jokes, man, and kind of, you will know what's for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man.
All right,
That's
so
all I
man,
want to say.
where can they find Poncho G at? Give all your social medias and stuff like that, man.
Man, you just type in Poncho G. I'm gonna pop up. I'm the only Poncho G in the world. Like, I'm the first one to pop up. Poncho G, man. You know what I'm saying? PONCHOG. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, bro. You gonna find me on all social media. The real Poncho MFG on IG. Poncho G312 TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Snapchat Poncho G. You know what I'm saying? So it's just everything.
And I appreciate you coming on, my dude. Appreciate you coming on. Go check Poncho G out, man. And it's been another episode of Ron and Sister Podcast. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Man, thank you, man. Love, man. Appreciate it, man.